It is time to take the phrase "get good" quite literally, as we're going to be doing the "get good" / Gurguit deck and fight today. So of course, back to set 3 content. We still have a few more decks, and yes, I am leaving Diablo for last. I know how badly you want to see Diablos, but gotta be a little patient, okay? Gotta be just a tiny bit patient, you know? Be a little bit patient. And for clarity, we're gonna do that after set 4 comes out, because the deck actually becomes a real deck with Doomed. Otherwise, it's not really much of a thing. But today we're gonna take a look at Gurguit, the Gold Paladin face of the clan for all of G era. And the first build of the deck is interesting. It doesn't really have a lot of its like amazing cards yet, so we've made something with what we have, and it's still pretty good. It's still actually pretty good, and there's definitely a lot of different ways to build this deck too, because of like, you know, the vast card pool that Gold Paladin has in general. But in terms of generic cards that aren't like Liberator or Azel restricted, it's actually not that many. So let's talk about it, right? You can see like there's so much going on here, right? So first things first, Gurguit is a rank reward, by the way, so you can climb for it if you need to. But he has a very unique GB2, which says, at the end of your turn, you can Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put one of them to the drop, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, he gets plus 5k power. But if you put a trigger to the drop for this effect, he gets another plus 5. So he's literally an Imperial Daughter, where you set up GB2, and then he's just sitting on like 16 or 21 during your opponent's turn, which is really strong. Like, that's a very cool way to mimic his TCG skill, where he would let you guard during your opponent's turn, you know, by using his GB2 from the top of your deck. And then his stride skill is when you stride Counterblast 1, look at top 4, call one of them and give it plus 2k, and when you place him, he obviously gets plus 3k as well. So Gurgit's a good grade 3 boss, but our backup is the one and only Pelennor. So Pelennor can be called by the strides that call mid-battle phase. So, you know, the Vanguards have on-hit skills, and once you hit and you call him, you can put him on the Vanguard circle with his second skill, which says, when placed on Rearguard circle, it's a forced skill, by the way. We learned that earlier. You cannot choose not to use it, you have to use Pelennor. So when placed from deck on Rearguard circle, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 2 or higher, you can put this unit on the Vanguard circle as stand, and make it your Vanguard. And then, for that turn, he gets plus 5k and the crit. Yeah, so it's a pretty cool way to finish, like it's a cool extender, and his Limit Break is actually really useful in this deck too, because you call so much stuff, and you also, like, you know, you call from deck a lot, you mill yourself with Gurgit's GB2, that you end up decking out really fast. And so, in order to circumvent that, we use his Limit Break on attack to put a Rearguard to the bottom of the deck, and then choose two of our units and give them plus 5k. So we build up a bit of power, and we also prevent ourselves from decking out, which is nice. And then the one of is just basically this guy who is GB2, Vanguard, Rearguard circle, on hit Vanguard, Counterblast 1, look at top 4, call 1. So it's another extender, so we like that. And then of course Heal Guardians are very important, so we play those. So those are the grade 3s. Then for the grade 2s, we play 5 blasters, because of course you call them right from like Gurguit skill, pop an intercept. That's great. So of course Blaster Blade Spirit says, when placed from deck on Rearguard circle, Counterblast 1, choose the opponent's front row, grade 2 or greater rearguard, and retire it. But of course, when he's attacked at the end of that battle, he retires. So even if you attack him with a 0 power unit. So yeah, he's also Gold Paladin while being a Royal Paladin. So very good. So basically 5 copies of Intercept Poppers, because the Blaster Dark Spirit has the same skill, but he pops grade 2 or lower, whereas Blaster Blade pops grade 2 or higher. So usually you have grade 2 or higher in the front row, and they can only pop front row. So that's a bit unfortunate. No Diamante sniping and Sako Force and stuff. Then we play 4 copies of the Pwill. So Pwill is a GB1 when attacking the Vanguard while being boosted. Counterblast 1, look at top 3, and call 1. So basically an extender. This is another way to fish for your Pelennor if you needed to finish. This is another way to fish for just like, you know, whatever attacker really, or booster, whatever you really need. And then we play 4 of the Countercharger. The one I use is the Saphir. So Saphir says, when placed from deck, Soul Charge 1, Countercharge 1. I haven't really been running out of Soul. You could technically play Trip here as well, but she is an on-hit, and generally speaking, like if you don't have the blasters, you are just not hitting. So that's also a little bit unfortunate. So I prefer to have the main phase, like the on-call, not necessarily main phase, but just like on-call countercharge gives you a bit more flexibility, I think. But you can, if you feel like you're decking out too much because of the soul charge, then you can play the trip instead if you have it. And then of course, countercharging PGs goes without saying, as well as stride fodders / Gurguit searchers. And then for the grade 1s, we're playing 2 of this new guy, which is the Berinus. So when he's placed from the deck on GB1, for that turn you give 2 units plus 2k. So basically give 4k potentially to 2 units or to a whole column, for example. And I think it's pretty good, like in just like fixing up your magic numbers at times. Like there are times when you have like this guy with a 7k and he's hitting for 15, but if you call the grade 1 there, turns it into 17, so suddenly you're hitting a nice number. And overall, like if you have like grade 1 plus a grade 3 column, that's going to turn it into 22, so you're suddenly hitting for, you know, numbers that get over defensive and things like that. So I think it's okay. And then I'm playing 3 of the resist Crit Elemental from Fighters Collection. So the GB1, we literally cannot use it, but the Rear Circle skill is literally like, it's not resist, but it cannot be retired by your opponent's card effects. So any amount of like anti-retire is always going to be nice. His other skills, GB1, if your Vanguard is being attacked and its power is 10k or lower, then it gets plus 1k. Literally doesn't work in this deck, right? All of our grade 3s are 11k, but we just play for the resist because there's just not that many good grade 1s to play. I used to play 8k vanillas because the 8k vanillas could make 16 with this guy, and you could do that too, like play 4 8k vanillas, 1 of this guy. That's what I was testing out. But I think the resist is okay, it's fine. And the start is actually quite good, the Rising Lionet. He has a GB1 skill. When your other rearguard is placed from deck, you can put this unit into your soul and give that unit the skill that, well, first give that unit plus 5k, that's the most important part. This helps us get over defensives. But we also give it the following skill that when the attack hits a Vanguard, count +1, look at top 3, call 1. So he also lets you extend, but we mostly just use it for the extra 5k that he gives mid-battle phase. And then of course he also cannot be retired by your opponent's effects. And finally, our G-Zone is quite decked out. Of course, we have the Harmonics for the anti-Link Joker matchup, but we have Scourge Point, who says when your rearguard is placed from deck, you can, for that turn, give 5k to this unit and that unit. So if your opponent has no intercepts face up, like no intercepts like in the front row, you can just like bash with like Pwills and like Superior Call mid-battle, and everything gets higher and higher power. So that way you can actually like push them from 2 to 5 a bit easier. Our main, like, first stride is the Rising Shine Dragon. So this guy says, when his attack hits a Vanguard, count +1 G and flip any card in the G zone, not G Persona flip, which is nice. So if you're not playing his Link Joker, I always just like flip the Harmonics. And then after you pay the cost, you get to look at top 3 and call 2 of them from the top 3. So if your opponent sets up double intercept, you swing into both intercepts, hit with this guy, and then call 2 from the top 3. If you hit a Pelennor, you can reride the Pelennor after his attack finishes, which is really, really good. And the most important part is that he's a first stride G-Zone flip, which means he's a first stride GB2 setup for our friend Gurguit. So we can already start pumping up our defenses early, which is good. When we run out of CB though, Mr. Campbell, still a great card though. On hit Vanguard, you look at top 5 cards, call one of them and give it plus 2k. So this also can fish out Pelennor, or it can fish out just a regular attacker and keep the attacks going. And when we're on like 5 open damage and have no board because we got hit with like Chronos Command or something, Spear Cross comes into play. But he's honestly the worst GR ever released, I want to say. I'm pretty sure he's the worst GR they've actually released so far, and you can definitely play like more copies of Scourge Point, even more copies of Rising Shine, to be honest. Like, you really... Spear Cross, I barely go into it. It is going to be cut, so don't reset your boxes for Spear Cross. Like, Campbell will be played in the future. This guy, not so much. But his skill is GB2 when placed on Vanguard Circle, count +2 G Persona flip. So look at the top 5 cards of your deck and call one of them. But then, for every face-up card in your G-Zone, you can call one more. So, in the late game, when you have like 4 cards face-up in G-Zone, you make a full board, right? After like, on like 3rd stride, this is gonna basically refill your board. Even on 2nd stride, it's gonna call 3. But you want to get as much from that CB2 as possible because you are counterblasting for a lot of things in this deck, right? Counterblasting for Pwill, counterblasting for the Blasters, counterblasting for Gurguit, you know, for quite a lot of things. So you have to be a bit careful with how you approach it. So that is the deck. You know, I think it's pretty, like, teched out, but I hope you guys, you know, let me know in the comments what you think of the list. But of course, as usual, let's take a look at how it performs in-game and what we get to face off against. I do make misplays with this deck a lot, so I apologize in advance if that happens and we make an oopsie here or there. Alright, first DP again. Alright. The Dimension Police games continue. I also just remembered that I do own the Tayo skin, so for game 2 you guys get to see the lovely Gurguit animation on top of that. We're going 2nd, so I kind of want to keep the Pwill. I'm not really getting too excited about riding this. Although, yeah, I'd rather have it in deck for the counter charge. Alright, draw into Gurguit, that's good. The resist won't be as important against DP, I think. And this D-Robos again, too. Been seeing a lot of them. Been really seeing a lot of D-Robos, which is good. I'm happy to see a lot of people playing the deck because I think it is actually pretty good. Even if you don't play heal guards, it's still, you know, It has that good feel, Nice, we have our Stride Fodder. Sometimes you don't want to discard the Pelennor for Stride Fodder, by the way. Like, sometimes you just gotta keep it in hand for the, to make sure you don't deck out later on, so you have it as a ride target, but you'll probably ride it from deck anyway. Well, damn, speaking of things I would like to stay in the deck, this early heal that whiffs, definitely not super appreciated. Ooh, SP Die Barret? That's the first time I've seen this one. That is pretty. That is pretty. Very good. Damn, he's even running... I do like this grade 2. It is pretty nice, because when you go into the Daikaiser Legion, it does power up both of them. Not bad. He's gonna go for the extra draw here. I respect it. Diejet SP2, damn. I want to say it's maxed, but we already see plenty of cards that aren't maxed, but pretty good, pretty good. Another resist component. Alright. I guess now that I have the countercharger, I might as well ride it, because I'd rather keep the 9Ks to attack with, but we don't want to go too hard on the early game. Even though we do self-replace, like going second the early game is definitely a little bit rough. Going first, you can afford to rush a little bit more, I think. But especially like with the grade 2s I was given, wasn't really going to be a thing. Alright, he goes into true Great Daikaiser. Probably just going to swing. Unless he goes for like, I don't know. He goes for the power-up. Not sure what you need the power-up for now, though. I'd rather keep that for like hitting a threshold on a stride or something. And he also doesn't have any grade 3s in the drop for Diejet either, so... Oh, he's going for... Oh, I see! Laurel. Yeah, he didn't rest the booster. He's Laureling me. Okay, that's fine. I mean, whether I wrote 8K or 9K, this would still be a Laurel hit. Gets the heal. That's good. That's a grade 3 in the drop now for Diejet. Alright, I respect it. Okay, burn the grade 3s now. Burn the grade 3s before they break my PGs. That is much appreciated. Alright, we draw into Stride Fodder, which is good. We can keep the Pelennor in hand. Never mind, we draw into another Pelennor anyway. No Pelennor goodness here. Alright, let's ride Mr. Gurguit. You get to see the animation next game. I guess I'll just turn on GB2 to try to prevent some of the attacks from hitting. I will drop one of the Pelennors. Alright. Let's go, Toya. Stride into that generation for me real quick. We do want to see a Spirit here if possible. Not like that, though. Not like that, though. That's not what I meant. That is not what I meant. This is actually okay. That's an on-hit superior call. We could make use of that. But I'm already counterblasting a bunch, so I might as well just call a grade 1 here. Because I'm gonna be essentially calling 2 things from top deck. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call the Stride Fodder here. I think I just want to call the Stride Fodder here. Of course, we don't use the starter there. Thinking what's a good column to make here. I don't really want to use Quill either. I think what I'll do is do this. So we're going to swing unboosted with this guy, swing unboosted with Vanguard, and then just try to like high roll, like see if we check triggers, give them to the boosters, and then call 2 things that we can swing with. But that doesn't look to be the case here at all. At all. And he hits a defensive, so that means I can only get 1 attack out, and that's with the support of the starter. But we're going to unlock GB2 here, which is good. If we can hit a counter charger, that'd be nice. Never change. Never change. And you have to call 2. You can't choose not to call 2, which is incredible. Incredible. Alright, well... We're gonna make another attack, I guess. We can use the starter here. Fantastic. This hits for 16 somehow. 21 rather. This hits for 21 somehow. Epic resist moment. Alright, we pushed him to 3. We do not need to use that skill though. Save the counterblast for later. And now, we can get to use Gurguit's GB2 to protect ourselves a tiny bit. Sadly, we didn't find a countercharger, which just really hurts. I'll discard the Gurguit here, I think. We thin out a draw, which sounds weird, but we plus so much in this deck that it's kind of okay. I'd rather have the 21k base against DP, because I don't want him to like Laurel me for free. Which you could still easily do, by the way, so... Might not amount to much. Yeah, and that was a terrible superior call. He's rewriting. Oh, because he doesn't have the soul. He needs... Yeah, because Great Ayusha needs 2 D-Robos in soul, I think, in 0. It's different from TCG. Yeah, 2 or more. He goes into X-Tiger. As a first stride, this will not be very huge. What did he put back? Regular Dayusha, I think? Maybe we need to make the log a bit easier to access. Yeah, regular Dayusha went back. Okay. Okay, power up, power up, power up. I respect it. Is he gonna Laurel me? So he's 38. He only goes to 43, right? No, he goes to 40. Yeah, 43 plus 4 on attack. So he actually has to boost for the crit. But he can choose to attack without... He could technically boost on the first attack and still restand. Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's gonna push me. I respect it. You know what? All these D-Robo Chads on ladder, I have nothing but respect. I don't mind if you destroy me on my while I'm recording a video. It's completely fine. I like it. You know what? I like it. I respect the high power, you know? I respect the high power. The one nice thing about riding Pelennor is that we can put the PG back. We can put the PG back to bottom. Oh yeah, on hit he can retire something, huh? What are you gonna retire? My anti-retire dudes? No, not my PG! He read through my plan! Oh yeah, this isn't once per turn, by the way. He can now flip again. He can literally go to GB3 in one turn with Laurel, which is... doesn't amount to much because there's nothing that has GB3 that's insane. Bruh, look at this dude! Look at this dude! What the hell? Good thing I have a PG. I'd be dead otherwise. Good lord. My man is out for blood. My man is out for blood. Scourge Point sounds fun. Or we could just Camp Bell too. Honestly, they both do the same thing. Maybe Scorch Point is a bit better. If I'm already Superior Calling with Quill, I might as well go for Scorch Point here. Let's go Scorch Point. We have enough grade 1s now on the board. So let's go for Quill. Hopefully draw into another grade 2. Like a Blaster would be excellent. A Blaster would be really, really good here. Luckily we didn't draw into it from the top. From the stride draw. Nice, we got a Spirit. That's good. That's good. That's what we need. That's exactly what we need. So now they're both going to get 5. Very good. Kill this. Run through all that CB. No problem, buddy. No problem. Yeah, we call the Quill here, I think. I'm going to swing the Blaster into the rear, which is okay. So we swing this in. And we need to somehow, like, draw into PGs or something. So I'm, like, just thinning deck as much as I can right now. Ooh, I haven't attacked with Vanguard yet. Damn it. Unfortunate. But the sequencing is, like, it's kind of correct. I feel like... Yeah, we'll push it to 5 here, actually. It's not even that fantastic. We're just doing what we can. It ain't much, but it's honest work, you know. 3 heals in deck, surely we'll check at least 1. Yeah, okay, 1 we do check. 1 we do check. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Alright, my man goes to 5, 1 PG in damage. Surely he's drawn into his other 3 by now. With that very powerful X-Tiger. I think if he just Legions... I think he just wins. Which is pretty... Chad move. Yeah, he's gonna Legion. I respect it. This might just be an L. Because also we didn't Superior Call a Countercharger, which would have been perfect, because then we would have had Countercharged and had enough for Gurguit skill after. We saw 3 in deck too, so I was honestly, like, in a 13 card deck at the time, I was honestly hoping for it, but guess it didn't happen. But yeah, Reverse Ace giving us Words of Wisdom, just double heal. True. Definitely confirmed. So I guess here he swings rear to rear, van to rear, and then van to van. It's actually probably better to not swing van first. Yep, exactly. Because then you might burn through the grade 3s that will counter the PG, but lo and behold, I do not have any PGs. Yeah, he gets a grade 3, alright. So he's probably pogging out of his mind right now. He's like, oh my god, I did it! I'm gonna use a Counter Blast, but little does he know I didn't have any PGs to begin with. No! Don't whiff on me, man! Don't whiff on me, man! Alright, surely. Copium. Damn it. Alright, it was close. Not really. He absolutely dominated me there. The D-Robo Chads, man. They get some respect out of me. But it's time to switch it up into the Tayo skin buff. The buff is going to be real, guys. It's going to be very real. Alright. Time for the Tayo skin buff. I asked the chat I was like, who was Tezonde? And I don't remember. It was a chocolate rain guy. Yeah, that's right. I think that was like the first trending video. Pretty sure that was like one of the first viral videos on the internet. was Chocolate Rain. And as a kid, I was like, I don't even know what he's saying. My English was super bad. I was like, wow, this song sounds so nice. And now when you know the words, it's like, oh, damn. Oh, damn. All right. Gorguet, check. This can go back. We're going first. And we're playing against Kagero, which is not a good matchup, in case that wasn't already obvious. But it's okay. We have the Tayo skin, which will surely give us the buff we need to win every single game we play, no matter what the matchup is. Even if we get Omega locked by Glendios and they're on 5 damage. Don't matter. Simply don't matter. Alright, we went first, which means we can be a bit aggressive maybe, but even then, like, what am I going to be aggressive with? Like, for real, for real. For real, for real. Let's see though. If we draw into Spirit, that's a bit different though. Spirits, I'm happy to just like chuck away. You know, just chuck at people. Hey, look at that. Speaking of Spirit, I'm gonna ride it to have the 10k base and then just call the counter charger and just rush. Just push it a little bit. Because again, like, especially going first, you're gonna self-replace stuff with Gurguit, so you can kind of afford to be a bit aggressive. Like, yeah, okay, he hit a defensive, but check out this offensive trigger. Damn it. Every time I try to go for this godlike setup, where I say the thing before it happens and then it never happens. Terrible, dude. Why is the game going off script, man? We practice this. We practice this, and it still doesn't come through. Crazy. Insane. Alright. Conroe for PG. Very good. Swing to rear. That's right. That's right. Let me continue my epic damage pushing. At least now with Gurguit's skill, I actually will push damage. Unpunished. Oh. The ending phase is a little bit leaves something to be desired, but it's all right. All right, push with the quill. Like, again, we're gonna remake this board easy as butter, you know. I say everything as butter, by the way, if you haven't noticed. It's like, it's supposed to be smooth. Is it easy? Short is butter, tall is butter. Doesn't matter, man. Everything is butter. You know what isn't cool? What isn't cool? You know when you're cooking? When you're cooking, right? Some people, you know, they use oil. Oh, there's all kinds of different like oils for cooking. But for some things you need to use, like in general, like cooking with butter is good, right? And with some food you have to use butter when you're cooking. I really don't like the smell of butter. I really don't like the smell of butter on the pan. Like when you're cooking and you put the butter to melt on the pan to like spread it. Ooh, I don't like that smell. I do not like that smell. Yeah, my opponent went for the Mahmoud stride. Like, he was just like straight up like, oh, I don't have anything better. I straight up don't have anything better. Can I show off Pelennor? Man, that's like the whole point of this deck, man. No, not really, not really. Gurguit's the point of the deck. Shh. Okay, we got PGs for days, dude. We got cool on-hit effects, stride fodders. Alright, Tayo-kun. Tayo-kun, hit the over-trigger. Tayo-kun, I know you can do it. Tayo-kun, it's time for the over-trigger, okay? Sack OT GG. I'm sure you can do it. Now you give me the Pelennor, man? That's not what we agreed on. That's not what we agreed on, The counter charge will be really sick, but doesn't hit. I don't have grade 3s in hand, so I kind of need to be careful. So I'm going to call the Quill because it'll get plus 2k and we can hit nice numbers. Don't use starter. I kind of want to hold everything else for now. We swing with a pill. With a pill, yes. Swing with a Quill. And then we use this. Maybe I call the Spirit down. Just to like sack a grade 1 and I can put triggers on the Spirit. That sounds kind of good, right? Swing with this first. Aggro, aggro, aggro. I'm all about the aggressive game plan. Okay, Spirit. Come on, dude. Give me... Cool trigger, dude. Where is epic trigger moment? Oh, no. Why would you do that? That's terrible. That's horrible. Alright, please this time give me something good. Wait. It becomes a 1 to pass. No! No, it doesn't. Change the order. Call this first. Hold up. Shiny Kato, I see you, buddy. I see you. That's like the first ever... Wait, I meant... hold up. Take it back. Call it here. Call it here. Resolution order. Very vital. Very, very vital. Go. My steed. Hold up, how much power are we at? 21 plus 4 puts me 25. It's not enough. It's not enough. Damn, it's not enough. It's okay. I believe. I believe. Eleanor-kun. Eleanor-kun, how could you betray me like this, man? If only we had limit break. Oh man, Pelennor-kun, what's wrong? You made Tayo-kun disappointed and sad. Tayo-kun, dude. You ruined Tayo-kun's day. Tayo-kun is gonna be seething and molding. You know what happened? You saw what happened to G-Anime. He dyed his hair. He molded so hard he dyed his hair. Oh. I guess it doesn't need an Overlord heart. In theory. In theory, it doesn't need an Overlord heart. I've never seen anyone stride the ace in Blade Master, but now that I see it, I'm not against it. I'm cool with it. But dude, think about Tayo-kun, man. Tayo-kun's in shambles. Dude, pour one out for Tayo-kun. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh no. Oh, don't do that. That's not nice. Tayo-kun's gonna... Tayo-kun... I don't... Leave Tayo-kun alone, bro. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. Tayo-kun! Oh, yeah, true. The crit is actually pretty good here. Damn, he gets to burn my whole board. And he gets to attack twice, and draw, and have power. Why did Mom let you have all these cool cards? But Tayo-kun got left with nothing. Man, it's okay. Tayo, no, don't heal, man. Tayo-kun's gonna be sad, dude. Look, he's not crying yet, but Tayo-kun is on. He's getting there, you know. He's getting there. You whiff the drive check. Oh yeah, it's discard 2, including an Overlord. That does work indeed. Pretty good. Not bad. I never thought about this somehow, you know. Never thought about that. But oh, Tayo-kun, dude, you can't do double heal. You can't double heal against Tayo-kun, dude. Okay, Tayo-kun is okay. He checked the draw. He's fine. All right, it's time, gamers. Oh, I don't know what time it is for, but it is certainly time. What is it time for? I don't actually know. Swing, like we're not on Gurguit anymore. We have to keep that in mind. Spear cross? Feels like an L. I call I guess I call 4. Calling 4 might not be too bad. Just to push, but then I'm out of CB for days. For life. Maybe let's go for Campbell. I'm gonna go for Campbell. Hi-ho! We're gonna go for Campbell and like top deck grade 1 or something. Surely. Surely Mr. Campbell will save us. You're not the card I wanted. You're not the card I wanted, buddy. You're not the one for me. Alright. Mr. Campbell. Please see me. Show me something good. That's good. Tayo-kun is happy again. You can hear in his voice. You can hear in his voice. He's very happy. He sees a draw trigger too. Wow. Tayo-kun, I've never seen you so happy before. No defensives, that's right. And we get the resist. Based. Very cool. Very cool. No need. And then we can call something else with the Quill too. Sweet. We can set up for next turn. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. We set up resist in the back. 3. No problem. Nice. We push him to 5. No more double Heelys for you, dude. No Heelys for you at all. But if you hadn't double healed, probably would have been dead by now, to be honest. Tayo-kun, you got this. I believe in you. And see, now staying on the Pelennor means we won't deck out. You see? Deck count 12. It's getting lower and lower, man. It's getting lower and lower. But now we got Stride Fodder. We got Stride Fodder. It's all good. Ooh, Zam. This is actually really good Stride. There's a double rare from Fighter Inspection, but it's actually really, really good in Blade Master. Because you pop something with Blade Master, and then his skill says if you pop something with an effect, you can count +1 to pop another here. So you see that? Like, literally, Stride, kill 2. It's really good. It's really, really good. I like that I have triple anti-retire back row, though. That makes me feel pretty good about myself. Not gonna lie. I hope he uses his counterblast. Aw, unfortunate. You know, I was just hoping he'd get tempted by fate. Tempted by fate. Ooh, cool draw. Into a heal. Not too bad. I think we can still stride pretty safely next turn. It's just that we don't have Quill, so we can't go into Scorch Point. So we might have to go into the actual Spear Cross here. and just call 2. That's an on hit. I think I go for Spear Cross and try to fish for grade 2s. As weird as it is. Because we just don't have any Pwills right now. So let's drop the Pelennor and keep the grade 3 for later. It's gonna be CB2, which is pretty expensive, but we have countercharging PGs in hand. And oh, we don't have any in the drop. Okay. Haven't used any yet. Stride Fodder for next turn is good too. Alright, Spear Cross. Show me a Pwill, please. Blaster is good too, to be honest. Blaster is good too. I guess we can call the counter charger. Like, we're gonna soul charge from it, which isn't great. But it's not bad either. It's not bad either. And we get the CB back in case we see a Spear Cross later on or something. I think I want to actually build up the power a little bit here. Might actually use a starter. Feeling kind of silly, might just use the starter. Alright, 4 cards in deck, no draws left though, or heals. So we're kind of okay. We're borderline okay, you know. But that means we don't have any triggers, which means like that the use of that starter doesn't actually do much. So let's swing first, as for PG, and from here on out we're just not striding. We just have to use Pelennor. So we're optimally trying to draw into a grade 2. I need to check what my drive check was there. Okay, he has a heal guard still. That's the last heal though. It's the last heal, whereas I have 2 PGs, 2 heals, so I will survive. What did I drive check so I can check what I'm going to draw into next turn? We drive check Spirit, PG, grade 2. So my last card in deck is Mamoru, apparently. My last card in deck, he's going for Mahmoud. Oh, I'm going to draw PG. Drawing PG for turn isn't bad, to be honest. Drawing PG for turn really ain't bad. Can't complain. We're still fine, and Pelennor will keep us alive. So we're gonna draw PG. And then drive check blank blank. So let me actually plan it out, right? We're gonna draw PG. This is like BB, PG, Pwill. So we're gonna draw the PG, then drive check BB, PG again, and then we're gonna draw Pwill for turn next turn. And with the 1 CB we have, that's gonna keep us alive. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. We got the download, boys. We got the download. We got the data. We got the information that we need to succeed and survive. No problem. PG it. And then draw PG for turn. Sweet. And we can use, yes, indeed, nakunachai so desu. No strides. We just call this. I guess we can actually. No, I don't want to put the drawback. We could put the resist back, it's not that important after the attack is ended, right? So we can do this. Swing with these guys, right? Then swing with this. Unboosted. Use this to power up the other column to 28 so it breaks over the heal guard. And then we get BB plus PG. Next time we draw Pwill, and we have a booster to make use of it and call whatever. So we can still barely get away with it. We take out both PGs, we still have PG heal in hand, and he has 1 card in hand. If he burns my intercept, I still survive unless he somehow has the ace, but that, like, he can't build a board then. This game's really close. Pelennor is literally, like I told you, Pelennor keeps you alive. Pelennor keeps you alive. Alright. What has my homie got for me here today? My dear Freund. Dear Freund. Calls PG. Calls the Neoflame. Okay. So we survive and we can pull him. GG's gamers, we did it. We done did it, gamers. Yup, heal guard. He has a crit. He has a crit. Blank blank. PG and we countercharge on top of that. You love to see it, by the way. All PGs, all heals are out, and he concedes it. Don't even need to do anything, baby. Let's go. Tayo-kun is happy. Tayo-kun's day has been made. Him and his best friend Gurguit out here getting dubs. Pour one out for the opponent, man. Tayo-kun the best. Step aside, Toya. Stay with Bastion, man. Don't touch Gurguit. That's Tayo-kun's Gurguit, man. Can't touch it. Can't touch it. All right, and there you go, guys. There was your deck and fight for Gurguit. Pretty, like, first game, bit of a blowout. Game 2, pretty damn intense. I liked it. I liked that a lot. Very fun. So yeah, that was it, guys. This, I think, might be the last Deck and Fight for the year, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of my upload schedule. I'm pretty sure, or it might be airing early in the year, one of the others. So hope you guys enjoyed it, hope you guys liked it. For those of you building Gorguet, there's many ways to build it, but I think this was a fun take on it. At least the grade ones with resist actually did well, with resist did actually come in pretty big, and like, you know, they're not poppable in like kagero matchups and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, so hope you guys liked the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, shout outs to the Twitch chat that is with us here today for this recording session. I've realized that by turning on emote only, I can still concentrate on the fight itself and have a good time. So I'll let the kids at home, the Zero kids, say goodbye to the YouTube folks watching this video as well. But yeah, so let me know what you thought of the Gurguit Deck and Fight. I think it's overall very fun. Tayo-kun definitely very happy. And yeah, if you guys like the video, please do give it a like. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, because there's still quite a lot of you that watch these videos that aren't subscribed, so I would appreciate it very much. But other than that, it's gonna be it for me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.